Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hopefully you liked our colorful pink thumbnail and our social media posts as well on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. The first channel that we're looking at today is John H. Shelton, who is sitting as we begin today's live stream at 499 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel over the 500 that we know that they're thinking of, with a few extras so that we make sure that they keep that locked in. We always have to be doing as much as we possibly can for other creators while we're connecting with them. The idea, of course, is that we give much more than we expect to receive, knowing that it ends up coming back to us over and over again, and we see that again and again here on Tuber Chat. John H. Shelton came into the Tuber Chat community just a few short weeks ago, but blazing with impact and generosity, and for that reason was featured. We feature a different channel every single day based on generosity and impact that we see within the community. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, of course I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that also. Let us get into our introductions. We've got a nice busy beginning again. A couple hours from now, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has a premiere. We're going to raid that when it's time. I'm going to do one thing before I do my introductions. I'm just going to pin a link to our featured channel in the chat here. So that everybody can get to that easily if you want to connect to today's featured channel, John H. Shelton. That should make it very easy for everybody. And then hopefully everybody's already meeting new friends and family members for their channel. 4V Chuckles, thank you for coming in again. Amelia's Kitchen, it's good to see you back. AutoBez313, that's Ben, thank you for coming back in. Bo's Pixel, good to see you here. And Charity Media, thank you for coming in again. We've got a few members in the house. Christian Nomad is here. And D Turner Gaming is in the house. As well as Georgia Bulldogs, who's a longtime supporter of Tuber Chat, previously featured, of course. Holly's Hobby House is here. In the Lap of Nature, it's good to see you back. Ivis Animators is back with us again as well. Khalid Delicious Food, it's a pleasure to always have you in the chat. I know they struggle to make it only when we have early live streams because of our time zone differences, and that's exactly the reason why we move the times around every weekend. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but we move it so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Latoya Kendall, it's good to have you back in Life with Taffy. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Northern Mustangs is in the house. Always good to have you here, a fellow Canadian. Reading and Retail is in the house. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is here with us, and like I said, they've got a premiere that will be coming up later in about 2 hours from now. And we will raid that on our way out when it's time. And then, of course, we have our beloved moderators in the house. Scratch and Pete PA, one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. I did see Michael's Adventures earlier. I'm sure he'll be back in here. Kristen Welton is in the house as a member and a moderator. Unmasked Lifestyle was here very early, so they're already on the wheel. Thank you for coming in. And Zion, Eamon, Barry, good to see you in the house. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters just walked in as well. Good to have you here. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody in the chat, of course. Thrill Seeks, I didn't put you on yet. And there we go. And hopefully everybody's liking the new format of our beginnings so that we can get more channels on the wheel faster and yet still put the focus that we need to on our silver and gold members, as always. What can a moderator do, Ivis Animators? is asking. They can remove messages if we need, or they can actually time out people, or they could, moderators in live streams can actually block people as well. So we don't typically do very much of that here. We're very lucky that, you know, the community seems to be completely respectful 99% of the time, maybe more. So it's not too much of a headache to have to do this kind of stuff. But that's why Tuber Chat has so few moderators. There's other things you can do for those of you who live stream or are thinking about it to tighten up your chats so that you can deter spam and trolls and all that kind of stuff. You never get rid of it completely, and having great moderators really does help. Every moderator that Tuber Chat has a long story behind it. For the reason that they've become a moderator, and we value very much the idea that they volunteer to do that. MinerZack123, thank you so much for the super chat. For that reason, we'll look at your channel next before we start spinning the wheel, and happy Valentine's Day to you and to everybody in the chat as well. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their day. And yeah, other than that, looks like everybody's already off to the races. Yes, Northern Mustangs, it is a great day to make new bonds, absolutely. You know, what we're here for, Tuber Chat is just a meeting place so that we can all meet each other as creators, hopefully collaborate in a few different ways that we'll talk about. And this is what gives your channel its strong and solid foundation. The imagination is if you had 100 true friends on YouTube, and I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers, but 100 friends who really care about the videos you're going to put out, who want to see you succeed, who care about your channel to give you likes, comments, views, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers, hanging out in your live streams and premieres and things like that. Wouldn't it be wonderful then every time you put out a video in any way, you'd get a good shot of views, likes, comments, and all the other things that we need. That's what we're here for. So hopefully everybody's off to the races, meeting new friends and family members already. We'll talk about a few ways that we can push that. One of the things you can do is swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, and I'm happy to talk about it for anybody that doesn't know what in the world I mean by swapping playlists. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then we can talk about other ways that we can collaborate with each other and get some friendships really moving. So once again, this is John H. Shelton, our featured channel for today. I hope everybody will rally around them. We'll push them over the 500 that we know is on their mind right now. They are halfway on the road to the magical 1K. That is an important milestone in all of our lives. We're going to now look at Unmasked Lifestyle. This is a channel that we looked at yesterday for a special 1,000 subscriber giveaway, where I joined them to co-host. We used the Wheel of Doom to pick a winner, and somebody took away a fantastic prize from Unmasked Lifestyle. This is a dynamic creator, and you can see that when you watch, you know, live streams and videos from them, but as well the presentation right here on the front of the channel, you know, speaks volumes about what goes on in this channel itself. Not to mention, this is something where, you know, not everybody's channel is suitable for everybody. You know, we all have niches and themes and things like that. But in the case of a channel like this, where we're talking about healthy lifestyle, particularly in the idea of food and cooking and things like that, is something I think everybody needs to see. So I hope everybody will rally around Unmasked Lifestyle. They're going to do a monetization celebration next week, but for now they're at 1,130 or so subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. Ben, thank you very much. That's AutoBez313. I appreciate the kind words. And Scratch and PPA, thank you for reminding everybody. Yes, if you haven't already shared and you have the ability, I'll appreciate it, and the thumbs up really do help, so I'll appreciate that as well. Lil Red and Buddy Tracks, good to see you here. Hakimations, it's always good to have you in the house as well. There's our friend Michael's Adventures that I was talking about before. He's always here with us as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see. Just please be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, especially when we first start. And if you mention it again, I'll catch it the next time around. Yeah, Christian Nomad's talking about that. we used an auto like extension for Chrome for a while there that was making it impossible to forget to like videos when you watch them, but unfortunately something's up with that extension. So a warning came up that said it had malware in it. Now I don't know if that's true or if it's just a glitch, but hopefully everybody's disabled it for now, and then we'll keep an eye on it and see if it can come back. Can mods do any damage to your channel? You do want to make some permanent mods. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters, that's a great question to ask, and absolutely yes they can. So mods also, if I understand correctly, have the ability to delete comments and things like that. But one thing that happened to Tuber Chat months and months ago, one of our mods, now you can imagine I've always taken seriously the idea of adding moderators. One of the mods went through and deleted a lot of people. So what I imagine they did is go through like a replay of a chat and delete everybody. So the next day we were getting messages left and right on Instagram, people saying they couldn't get into the chat. So it only takes a second to go and wipe that out, and luckily we were established enough that, you know, we're able to clean that up quickly. But what a disaster, and I don't wish that on anybody. And if you can imagine, that was somebody who I trusted. Now here's the biggest problem. Out of all the moderators that I had at the time, and for those of you who've been here for that many months, you'll know that I cleaned them all out right after that. And there's only a few that had remained. But I can't ever figure out whether it's one of two different people. Now, I don't want to throw people under the bus and stuff like that. It doesn't matter, right? But the idea is, this is why I take it so seriously and why I try to make such a big deal out of the people who I do have as moderators. And like I said, there's a big story behind every single person that you see as a moderator, a reason why they're there. So you have to make the right decision for your own channel. You know, I never want to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. All I wish to do is share my experience with you and the things that I learned and the things that we share together, both here and in other live streams and outside on other social networks and stuff like that, so that everybody can make the best decisions for their channels, myself included. And then, Kevin Moore is coming in from Aisha. Thank you so much for that. The Red Devil's in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me, everybody, because I'm so behind again. In the Lap of Nature still hanging out. Very cool. Tellard Maid is back in the house. And yeah, I appreciate anybody sending, you know, more people here into Tuber Chat. You know, word of mouth and stuff like that, referrals and this and that is what really makes the world go around. Minerzak123 is willing to swap playlists. This is D Turner Gaming. This is a channel that's been with Tuber Chat since long before the beginning. I've probably been connected to this channel for well over a year now. And that speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel. With 907 subscribers, they are officially on the road to 1K, and hopefully we're going to push them a little bit farther and get them really close today. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and I'll start adding names to the wheel almost right away today. Forgive me if I've missed anything else in the chat, whether it's a question or a comment. I certainly don't mean to. I tend to fall behind, especially when I get into long speeches. But I'm happy for everybody engaging the conversation today, because this is the kind of stuff that, you know, we can all draw from. So hopefully you can take the stories that I tell while I'm here doing the live stream, and we can share information between ourselves here in the chat. And like I said, we can all make the best decisions for our channels, myself included. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. This is Thrill Seeks with 794 subscribers. It's only a handful away before they are going to cross the mark and hit the 800. So the magical 1K is in the sights of Thrill Seeks. And then thank you very much, AutoBez313, for the kind word of mouth and sending people over. Not everybody who ever comes in ever says where they came from, right? So I know that there are a lot of people out there that are giving kind words and word of mouth and stuff like that, and I absolutely appreciate it, even if we never manage to get around to telling the story. Somebody never tells you where you came from, then they don't know. A lot of times you'll see on websites and stuff like that, they'll ask you, how did you hear about us? Because they want to know where their efforts are best being spent. But I know that we have a generous community here, and that's what keeps Tuber Chat rolling, so I appreciate it. Took a big hit last night, Northern Mustangs. Yeah, I noticed again today waking up. Can't seem to cross the mark where I am right now. Not that that matters, you know, we all have milestones that we're hitting and this and that, but I've just noticed that the numbers, you know, they go up and back down and up and back down and up and back down. It's just nonsense. But we do see monetization celebrations every single week. We just saw one this week. We've seen many over the last few weeks. Seems every single week there's at least one in the Tuber Chat community. Next week, Unmasked Lifestyle will celebrate hers. This is Our Life is in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Zayn Amin Bari, thank you for the time that you've spent. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody from... I haven't missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I will get around to everybody. And if you've mentioned a question or a comment, just please mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. I tend to fall behind often. This is Our Life is in the house. Billy Rank at AOL.com. It's good to see you back in the house. And then, yeah, thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. We're going to move these things around. Oh, there you go. Charity Media is monetized. So, forgive me for not being sure. Charity Media, when did your monetization happen? And have you already done a celebration? Because I certainly hope that I never miss any. I hope that if anybody has a monetization celebration within our community, I hope you'll make sure that I know, even if you haven't been here for a little while. You know, and I can't expect everybody to come to every single live stream for hours at a time, right? In Rachel's Place is in the house. I just want to make sure I always get into everybody's monetization celebrations, of course. Mariska Van Bunderen is in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. Reading and Retail's in the house. Here's Christian Nomad now. This is another creator who, you know, I talk about all the time. They are lucky that they have a variety of different content because they're able to travel. But as well, they do a bit of experimenting as to all the things we talk about. Why do we lose subscribers? Why do we lose watch time? This kind of stuff. And then they share their information with their own community. They've shared with myself so that we can get that information out there and everybody can be making better decisions for their channel. So Christian Nomad was featured right after coming into the Tuber Chat community this past summer and has been with us ever since. And John H. Shelton, our featured channel for today, is sharing and tweeting right now, so thank you very much. He's a member of our Twitter list already, so anybody that tweets or retweets for Tuber Chat, I will automatically add you into our Twitter list so that hopefully you can meet more creators on Twitter and then get some extra activity for your channels as well. And then... yeah, no sweat, Hakimations, absolutely, yes. People in school, I just can't even imagine what that's got to be like going through in the world. Half the time online, half the time in classes. We don't even know what all the different countries are doing and how they're handling that. Dirt Diggers UK, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And John H. Shelton, it's my pleasure to have you featured. I made a big mistake here. Oh, I forgot to put a channel up on the screen. I meant to do that. MinerZach123, I am so sorry. I got into these long speeches today. Usually it takes us a little while to get into that. But MinerZach123, thank you one more time for your super chat and for your happy Valentine's Day wish for everybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their day. This is MinerZach123, who's been back with Tuber Chat again and again with 103 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They've got their 100 locked in by the looks of it, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther, get them rolling on that road towards 200. And other than that, looks like we're doing okay. Charity Media, thank you for your super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we'll put your channel up next before I keep spinning the wheel. But I am going to look over and get some names so that I can fill our wheel up a little bit. And hopefully everybody's doing okay meeting new friends and family members. We're going to look at Khalid Delicious Food, who is happy to be here. We're happy to have you. not everybody can make it all the time for a variety of different reasons. I try to schedule the live streams out in advance so that everybody can plan if they need to. But time zones can always be an issue as well, right? So we got Khalid Delicious Food, Latoya Kendall, and Northern Mustangs are on the wheel already. But we're going to have a look at Charity Media in a second here. Scrolling through my chat to try to find your message there. And thank you one more time for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Here's Charity Media here. This is another channel that we've seen come back through the Tuber Chat community again and again. So, hopefully everybody will rally around them. We are unsure how many subscribers they have right this second, but the truth is it really doesn't matter. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking for. We all know how great it feels to pass different milestones of different types and to look forward to them. That's one good thing, is we always have something to look forward to. And this is our life. Thank you so much for letting us run. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Snowcone72, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some friends and family members for your channel in no time. Stiff Breast Entertainment is in the house. Thank you for coming back in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but I think we're doing okay. And once again, Charity Media is another channel that has been back with the Tuber Chat community again and again. Hopefully everybody will rally around them, and like I said, we'll push them towards their next milestone. I don't think we've seen Aisha, your friend, here yet. The Inspired Empowered Mama, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Free Unbiased News, it's great to have you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I haven't welcomed anybody in the chat. You might have slipped by me. I tend to fall behind, and I don't mean to. Yeah, I haven't seen Kevin Moore yet, but perhaps they will come at some point. If anybody is watching the stream and having trouble coming in, then just please reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat. YouTube is known for all kinds of different glitches and things like that, but we can get those sorted out easy. And then Khalid Delicious Food is reaching out to swap playlists. We're going to look at Kristen Welton now, who is always in the chat as a member and a moderator. And she's got a variety of stuff on her channel. I'm going to get Baskets Resale on here as well. She's got lifestyle videos as well as unboxing videos, collaborations with other YouTubers, and having some success with shorts lately. As you can see, there's a couple there with 28,000 views. There's one with 28,000, one with 19,000, and a few thousand for a couple of others there as well. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. With 1,240 or so subscribers, we'd love to push her a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,250. And halfway on that road to the 1,300 that must be on her around the corner. Oh, Aisha, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. I will keep that in mind when we see them. And then other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. I will get through spinning the wheel maybe one more time and then think about adding a few more names. And I'm happy because over the last few days we've been able to get more channels on the screen faster, which is great for everybody, of course. And if you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. Even I have to be reminded from time to time when I'm on a phone. It's a little bit more difficult there, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and it really does help, so I'll appreciate it. Let's spin, and we will get another channel onto our screen right now. In Rachel's place is coming up. This is another long time both member of the Tuber Chat community and actual member of the Tuber Chat community, one of our very first members. She's got 1,130 or so subscribers. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther. She is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community at large, as well as here in the Tuber Chat community. She was previously featured many months ago, of course. And Unmasked Lifestyle, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. We looked at that channel earlier, but your super chat is very much appreciated, of course. So I did say I was going to think about adding some more names to the wheel. So I'm going to refresh a couple of windows that I've got going on here. And we'll get a couple of more names onto the wheel before we continue spinning. We are going to look at reading and retail. Charity media, of course, we saw. In the lap of nature will come up. And I will, and we're going to look at AutoBez 313. And I'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next, and then we will look at the list and add some more names shortly when we need a few. Northern Mustangs is coming up right now. There's another fellow Canadian. And somebody who's just been in the Tuber Chat community for about a month or so, but I'm hoping everybody will rally around this channel. They have got 148 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, maybe even over the 150 that we know they have on their mind. And they will be halfway on their road to 200. And then please forgive me if I've missed any questions or comments that you meant for me specifically to see. Just please be patient with me, mention it again, and I will try to catch it the next time around. But other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Boy, is a Mustang ever a popular car. And it's nice to see that they redid those over the last many years, right? And then if anybody is in the house willing to swap playlists, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. That's something that can be done even with monetized channels, of course. I still do it with my personal channel. First of all, I know how much it helps everybody. But the other thing, too, is, you know, when you're monetized, you get people running your playlist. There's a few benefits. One of them, obviously, you've got some ads or premium revenue that will come in. But as well, when somebody's running your playlist, they are running 100% of the time of every single video within that playlist, and that can bump your averages up on your channel. Slowly but surely, but you know, the bigger YouTubers will say minutes matter most, and every second literally counts. So the more you can pump those averages up, the better it is for your channel as well. Calming Mind Meditations is back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Mariska Van Bunderen is a monetized creator, but also is willing to swap playlists. So is Kristen Welton, and like I said, I'm willing to do it as well if anybody wants to reach out to me on Instagram. Northern Mustangs also does the featured channels collaboration here, so they got some of their favorite channels there. They've got an extra spot down here where me and my friend Happy Lux have been lucky to be added. And I talk about that all the time, because when you feature channels on your front page like that, you are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that those channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are also saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's another great way to collaborate with another creator and get a friendship going, you know, once you've traded favors together. And then as well, if you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Mr. Naz is back in the house. Thank you for coming in. I will be back in a quick second. I'm just addressing something quickly. Anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat. There's Urbex Paranormal and more. They were recently featured as well. And then, yeah, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. We're going to be rating their premiere right after Tuber Chat is done in about an hour and a half from now. Pardon me just for a quick second. I'll be right back. Okay, forgive me for that. We're all good. Let's spin the wheel. This is AutoBez313. Now, again, this is a channel who's been back with Tuber Chat several times. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but again, it doesn't matter. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they are looking towards. And it's nice to see a Ford F-150. I can't tell what year that is. It looks like I have to guess. I'm sure it's not a 13 because I have a 13, so I'm guessing that's a 12 or a 14 on your banner. This is Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. So we were just talking about this because they are going to run a premiere right after Tuber Chat today. We will raid that in about an hour and a half's time when it's when we're done. Is this the one? 3 o'clock p.m. on the 14th. Yes. I'm just gonna get this actually into another window, and I will save it for when it's time. Actually, I'm gonna drag it away into another window that I've got over here. But I've got it saved, so we can get the link when we need it later. It'll be about an hour and a half from now. This is Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More here. Another creator who's back with us again and again. They are getting so close to the 1,100 subscribers. Adria Hicks, good to see you back in the house. Sergeant Life, it's always a pleasure having you here. Mr. Fulton Mraz, an extremely generous creator who always shares for us. Thank you for coming back in. And new surprise video out today for Mr. Fulton Mraz. Very cool. He's done a lot of interviews and he does a lot of different variety on his channel. He's getting very close to 2,000 subscribers, so hopefully everybody will connect with Mr. Fulton Mraz if you haven't already. House of X Entertainment Inc. has just walked in as well. That is a couple of creators. It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and Yo, it's your boy Leo, who have joined in a business venture with House of X Entertainment Inc., and that channel is the third between the two of them. Hopefully everybody will rally around them. They've both been with Tuber Chat since long before the beginning. Trissa's back in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. And if you've mentioned a question or a comment that I've missed, just please be patient with me. Mention it again so that I can try to catch it the next time around. Khalid Delicious Food has got WhatsApp going on, so people can contact them there. Very cool. I don't really use WhatsApp as much as everybody all might think, considering that I do try to be on most of the social networks. I haven't very much used WhatsApp. I don't know what the reason is. And here's Khalid Delicious Food right now, as a matter of fact. I'll get some more names on the wheel shortly. Let's get this channel up here. This is a creator who's always excited to be here in Tuber Chat, and we're happy when they can make it. But time zones can be a bit of a struggle. Of course, as for many creators around the world, this is why we move them around, but we're lucky to be doing a fairly early one today, so we're able to have them with us. And Khalid Delicious Food obviously has a lot of delicious stuff on their channel. Hopefully everybody will rally around them. They got 1,570 or so subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,580, and get them moving on that road to 1,600. Mariska says WhatsApp seems to be more useful in the UK. Now, I'm not sure. My friends just use it for sending nonsense around to each other. I haven't used it very much for communicating. And then Northern Mustangs is just asking about YouTube Shorts. So I can tell you what I do know from the experience I've had. I've put out many of them, somewhere between 10 and 15. Now, I've made them all unlisted on my channel. So I've left them, the views count, and this and that. Not that it matters. They're there, but I've taken them off the main page because I don't find what I put up to be very suitable for my channel. I just put a bunch of stuff up to experiment. But a short video, the way that YouTube calls them shorts, it's actually plural with an S at the end. And they are videos that are less than 60 seconds. I think they can be 60 seconds, but let's say 60 seconds or less. They must be shot vertical. You can edit them, whether it's on your phone or on a computer or a tablet or any other software, but they must come out in the proper vertical format. And then you must use the hashtag shorts. Now, unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure whether you only have to use it in the description or if you have to use it in the title, because I always used it in both. But as long as you use the hashtag shorts in the description and let's say in the title, there is a very good chance. All of mine hit the shelf, as we call it. YouTube on their mobile apps for Android and iPhone have a special area where all of the shorts videos end up. And what happened was, because TikTok was, they had a bit of an uncertain future for a little while there. A lot of the other networks went after the TikTok crowd with these shorts videos, and that's how YouTube kind of responded to that. So they got a lot of people making this content. And if you make, like I said, videos that are vertical format, 60 seconds or less, hashtag them with the word shorts, either in the description or the title. I always use both. Chances are they will hit the shelf, and you have this winning the lottery aspect to it, where YouTube may pick up your video and make it fly. We hear lots of stories of creators who have a video that, you know, Kristen Welton's an example. She has 28,000 on one, 19,000 on one. I never did anything like that. I got like 1,000 a couple of times, I think, on a couple. And it's usually within days. What usually seems to happen is they fly and then they stop dead. Like, so you get 1,000 views within a day or two and then it stops. And it's really weird, but, you know, it's something people have been experimenting with. So hopefully that helps. If there's another question, Dirt Diggers UK says you could do either or both. So that makes sense. And like I said, I'm glad. Thank you so much, because I'm glad we can share information here between us. you know, I use the experience that I have for the channels that I run, but I draw lots of inspiration from other creators. I learn every day and just want to share the information. We'll keep everybody updated as we learn more and more. But I had always used them in the hashtag in the title and the description, but Dirt Diggers UK says you can use it in either or, which is cool. Latoya Kendall is here now. This is another creator that's fairly new to Tuber Chat. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them a little bit farther towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. And can I please explain unlisted video? So I just did that because after I put out a bunch of shorts videos, I didn't want them on my front page anymore because I was not going to continue. I did it to experiment, but I didn't feel that what I was going to do was going to be suitable because I was just putting up everything I could find. I would get like I had a family of ducks crossing the street or geese or whatever. And, oh, what else did I put? A couple of Niagara Falls, you know, shots of the waterfall and this and that, but they weren't great videos. You know, they were just something to try, which is not bad. And I encourage everybody to try different things, but you have to make the right decisions, of course. And I will talk about the unlisted factor in a quick second. Urbex Paranormal and more. Forgive me, I didn't put your channel on the wheel right away, but you're on there now. And I'll fill up the wheel a little bit more in a second. So unlisted, Izzy's Life Vlogs, thank you for coming in. Unlisted is a way of putting your video up where if somebody has the link, the video is available, but nobody can really see it on your front page if you don't put it there, and it's not searchable. So people aren't likely to find it. Where that can be useful, I'll give you an example. So a long time ago, I put a song up on my channel. It was one of those Christmas songs, and a blogger picked it up as a in a top 10 list. They made a blog post about the top 10 places you could find this particular song, and they just happened to include mine. I got a couple thousand views off it, which was great. So later I decided, you know, I really don't have anything to do with that video because I have a lot of music. I used to be a DJ. I've put a lot of music on my channel, but it's stuff that I actually did remixes for or was involved with in some way. And I didn't really want that song to be representative of my channel because I really didn't have anything to do with it. It was just something I put up. It's not copyright or anything like that. Like they, you know, copyright in the way they get paid for it. I never will, and this and that. But because that blogger had put it out and there are views that will trickle in from that every Christmas from now on probably, I just made it unlisted. And what that means is that it won't break that blogger's post. So, you know, sometimes you go to a blog post, you see a video that's been embedded and it says the video is unavailable. I don't want that to happen. But at the same time, I really don't need it to be on the front page of my channel because, again, it's not a good representation of anything that I've got there. So that's just a personal decision. It does not right or wrong or anything like that. But unlisted is a way that you can have your video available for anybody you send it to or anybody who's already found it without wiping it out. You have to keep in mind any videos that you make unlisted will not count towards public watch hours if you're still on your way towards your first 4,000. So hopefully that's a good explanation. Forgive me if I've left anything out. If there was a question that you had, just go ahead and ask. And then thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. Just don't forget, the best idea is always to make the first move, to reach out to other people. And forgive me if I've missed any other questions or comments. If anybody's mentioned anything that I've missed, just please be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, but I'll try to catch whatever you've got for me the next time around. I'll appreciate it, of course. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that also. And then, yeah, it's my pleasure, Northern Mustangs. Like I said, so I do have a handful of experience. I run a few channels for other people now, and then I have my own and this and that. I've been on YouTube for what I think is 4 years. I have to double check. It's at least 4. But I learn every day, and I strive to be better like everybody else. I strive to improve, so my wish is that we all share our information so that we can all make better decisions. For those of you who saw episode number 100 of Tuber Chat, I hope you'll go back and watch. It's a 2-hour interview between myself and our dear friend Vern's Junk Closet, where we share tips, tricks, and lots of different useful information. It's a different type of live stream than what I do here every day. But again, it's just a way for us to be able to share information. And in that episode, we talked about shorts for the first time, but we both had not done any yet. So now, luckily, after that talk happened, we've got a little bit of experience to go with. But we've seen great stories with shorts as well. We've seen some serious success. And thank you, The Tyler Show and Simplistic Motivation. Good to see you here as well. Shell and 10 Awesomeness is in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anything or anyone in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. This is Urbex Paranormal and More. They were recently featured on Tuber Chat. And hopefully everybody will rally around them. With 881 subscribers, we can probably push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 890 or so. Get them really, really close to that 900, and the magical 1K will be right around the corner for them. I'm going to look for a few more names to add to the wheel. Maybe I should get our moderators happening. Pete, if I could spell. My goodness. Oh, I keep thinking about Michael's adventures. And hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay. I'll spin the wheel in another second here. Esther Angel's in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And then, other than that, we're doing okay. We already looked at Christian Nomad. I forgot to take them off the wheel. They happen to be a silver member, so we'll end up getting another look at their channel in a few minutes as well. We'll take a short break, and I will play my clip, if you want to call it that I do every day after the first hour or so now. And within a few minutes, we'll be back with more names on the wheel. Here's House of X Entertainment Inc. This is... Yo, it's your boy Leo, and it's me, Wanston Yes Honey, in a joint business venture. They are extremely generous creators. They do a lot of collaborating, lots and lots of interviews where they feature other creators. They do the feature channels collaboration that I talk about all the time, and they're willing to swap playlists. So I hope everybody will reach out to them. They have both been with Tuber Chat since long before the beginning. I've known them both probably a year now, maybe even longer. And It's Me, Wanston Yes Honey, which is one half of House of X Entertainment Inc., was the first creator to ever come into a Tuber Chat live stream. So it speaks volumes about the character of the creators behind the channel when you talk about them being loyal and dedicated supporters, not only here to us in Tuber Chat, but they are very much loved and well-respected members of the small YouTuber community at large. And Esther Angel, wishing happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Yes, hopefully everybody's enjoying their day. And thank you everybody for the Valentine wishes between everybody here in the chat as well. House of X Entertainment is saying, let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. And they are willing to swap playlists. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, please just simply say so. In the chat, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing, then please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Now, we know This Is Our Life was here for a little while. They've gone now. They might still have us running, but we're going to have a look at their channel right now. They happen to be silver members, but they are... a couple of dynamic creators who have been extremely supportive of Tuber Chat for quite some time now. They've been previously featured a few weeks ago, of course, and hopefully everybody will rally around them. With 1,180 or so subscribers, we can probably push them to 1,190 or so and get them moving. They will soon be getting very close to the 1,200 that we know they're thinking about. And then Free Unbiased News only has small playlists, yes, because they're just growing their content collection right now, but they're willing to swap with people anyway. And it's never too early to start working on your watch hours. One of the greatest things is, it seems to me that for most people, crossing the road of getting your 1,000 subscribers seems like more of an accomplishment than the 4,000 hours of watch time, and rightfully so. Not saying I'm right, I'm saying it just seems that way to me. So it's a great thing when you already have your watch hours together when you get your 1,000 subscribers, because then you can get monetized almost immediately. Whereas if you get the 1,000 subscribers and you're still chasing watch hours, which is what happens to 90% of all of us, then you end up having to wait a little bit. So it's never too early to start. And the Red Devil, thank you for the Valentine wishes as well for everybody. Mr. Fulton Mraz, Valentine's date yesterday. Very, very cool at Aspen Creek. And pineapple grilled chicken has got to be good, good stuff. Izzy's Life Vlogs going to be working on a video, but thank you for coming back in. Izzy's Life Vlogs is another creator who's been with Tuber Chat from the beginning. One of the first creators to be featured on Tuber Chat. Khalid Delicious Food, it's forgive me, it's 4,000 watch hours, so 240,000 minutes. We need 4,000 hours of public watch time, as well as 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. Unless there's a different stipulation in another country that I'm unsure of. But as far as I understand, the rules the same for everybody. The only number that matters, by the way, for everybody who's looking at your hours, wondering how many you have, how much you have to go, the only number that matters is the one on your monetization tab. So the analytics will go up and down, it will fluctuate, and it will be confusing and this and that, and you'll see hours like, you know, you'll get a bunch of hours, they'll get taken away and stuff like that. Whatever the dial says on your monetization tab is the magic number. When that dial hits 4,000, then as long as you got your 1,000 subscribers, you will go into review for monetization automatically. So we've already, I'm just looking at who we can look at. Minersack123 we saw already. Tellard Maid is going to come up now. Dirt Diggers UK. I might have been moving too fast through channels today. Free Unbiased News we'll get a look at. And then I will look at adding some more names in a little while. Let's spin and we'll get another channel up. Have I tried pineapple grilled chicken? Yes, absolutely. There's a Thai dish. A friend of mine loves Thai food, and we often go to a place where they have... maybe it's not. Maybe what I'm thinking is pineapple fried rice, actually. And what they do is they cut out the pineapple. So they slice a pineapple in half. They dig out all the good stuff. They chop that up, and they put it with the rice and the grilled chicken. And then they serve it back to you in that upside down half of a pineapple, which is really interesting. And you know, if you love pineapple, I happen to love it, but if you are somebody who loves pineapple, you can scrape out, you know, a little bit more of the inside when you're even finished your meal. It's really something else. Pineapple fried rice served inside a pineapple. So hopefully similar to what Mr. Fulton is talking about. Oh, Khalid Delicious Food is saying they need 3,000 hours of watch time. Yes, absolutely. The Moon Goddess Oracle, thank you for coming in. That is another extremely generous creator. This is somebody who I didn't realize what was happening. She all of a sudden was commenting on a couple of Tuber Chat live streams and had just gone back and started running a few videos or a playlist without saying anything, without asking anything. And that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about when, that I hope everybody's doing for each other when I talk about, you know, giving much more than you expect to receive. We've been lucky to see many creators that give, you know, live by those words in many different ways. They show it all the time, of giving much more than they expect to receive. But the Moon Goddess Oracle is somebody I hope everybody will connect to for that reason. Shards of Gaming, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Tellard Maid is willing to swap playlists. So if anybody in the house wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply just say the same as they did, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you are willing, then please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. I'm spinning one more time. In the Lap of Nature has 1,300 subscribers, but I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther so that first of all they get that 1,300 nice and locked in. They don't slip back below, and we will get them moving on the road to 1,400. Free Unbiased News is a relatively new channel to Tuber Chat, just finding us a couple of weeks ago, but hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. One of the things that we know about any channel that's under 100 subscribers is that they are getting hit the hardest with the purging and the glitching that's been going on. So when we talk about the idea of losing subscribers, when channels have less than 100, we hear over and over and over again that it seems they lose almost as many as they get. It's a real struggle to try to get to that first 100. So while we're connecting with any creator, of course we want to do as much as we possibly can for them. But in the case of channels with under 100, I hope you'll take it even a step further. So when we talk about watching a video or two, I hope you'll watch 3 or 4. When we talk about leaving a comment and giving a thumbs up, I hope you do a few of those and give a little bit of extra care, because it's harder for them than it was for all of us who are now well over, let's say, 200 subscribers and this and that. It's very unfortunate. I don't know why, you know, YouTube is being so aggressive, but it's just something to keep in mind. And again, just goes along with the idea, if we give much more than we expect to receive, we know it's going to come back in many different ways. And we see that all the time as well. I talk about it all the time here. So other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat or anything that you've meant for me to see, whether it's a question or a comment. Just please be patient with me. Mention it again. I'll try to catch it the next time around. If you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I will appreciate that, of course. We'll get more creators in here and it helps Tuber Chat to grow. And then as well, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those help the stream. Even I have to be reminded sometimes when I'm on a phone. You have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second and it really does help. And there you go. Yeah, Moon Goddess Oracle is constantly supporting other creators. Good stuff. That is what I like to hear. So, this is Free Unbiased News. Like I said, I hope you will rally around this channel and will help them try to get towards their first 100. And then, as well, our featured channel for today is John H. Shelton. I have already pinned their link to the chat so everybody can catch it. And then, you wish there was another list on the side that had who all is here. Well, one thing, Michael's Adventures, that we can look at, depending whether you're on a phone or a computer, is you have this participants list, and this shows you who's in the chat right now. It's a little bit deceiving because if somebody hasn't left a message in a couple of minutes, it takes their name out of the participant list for the chat. You can still type and find them, which is weird, but it's there. But you will almost always have more people watching than chatting in every live stream. And there's lots of people who are there or perhaps have already been in the chat and have left, but they leave the live stream running. So even if they're not able to participate, some people have to work or clean the house or, you know, attend to other errands and stuff like that. They might do you a favor and just let your live stream run so that you can get some watch hours. But it's not an accurate list, but it's a list of who's active in the chat right that moment, and it changes all the time. But I wonder if that's helpful. And thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Hopefully everybody other than that is doing okay. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break just for a couple of minutes here. We'll have a look at our silver and gold members like we do. And I will be back, and we'll put some more names on the wheel, and we'll start spinning. Alright, thank you everybody. Carmack Brothers, thank you for coming in. Killer Queen DVD, we've got you on the wheel now, of course. And looks like we are doing okay. Mind Your Money is in the house as well. Good to see you here again. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen and see what else has happened. Deja, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Tailored Made is going to be the next channel that we're looking at right now. Our featured channel for today is John H. Shelton. The link is pinned to the chat. And in an hour from now, we will go and raid Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More for a special premiere that they've got today. Tailored Made has 170 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. They obviously have a lot of delicious content on their channel, and we want to push them maybe even to 175 or 180 today. Get them a little bit close to the a little bit closer to the 200 that we know that they're thinking about. And then hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay. And Free Unbiased News, it's great to have your channel up. JJS Mix Vlogs, thank you for coming back in. That's another creator I've been connected to for probably a year now. And happy Hearts Day to you too. So thank you for coming in. I'm always good. It's great to see you, so thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing well also. And then, hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay. So again, if you've mentioned something that you meant for me to see, whether it's a question or a comment, then I hope you'll mention it again. Just please be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, and I will try to catch it the next time around. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. If you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, then I'll appreciate that. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate those also. And yeah, TellerMate is looking forward to the 200 very soon. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. It's a TubeBuddy review that we're going to look at from Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More when it's time in about an hour. I hope Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More that you got my extra Instagram message. I sent you another message there. And I hope that you saw that, but if not, just please have a look. Anybody can reach out to me anytime. It's all one word, Tuber Chat on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Of course, we're also available on Facebook and Twitter, where we post for every live stream so that we can give a little bit of exposure to our featured channel. You'll see that always across all of our social networks, and then again on Reddit. ProTech Sports is in the house. Thanks for coming in. Always good to see you in the house, and thank you for the Valentine's Day wishes. Hopefully your Valentine's Day is working out well as well. It's a bit of a different year for everybody, of course, with everything in the world that's going on, but hopefully everybody's enjoying their day as much as can be. And Shards of Gaming is spreading positivity through the chat, which I love to see, so thank you for that. This is Dirt Diggers UK. This is another creator I've been connected to for a long time, and they've been recently coming into Tuber Chat again and again with 3,000 and 1,140 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 3,150 or so, and we'll get them halfway on that road to 3,200. Time for me to get a couple more names for the wheel in another moment. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you are willing, then please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Moon Goddess Oracle says that they had a virtual date night, which is very cool. My girlfriend Kristen Welton in the chat and I have decided to postpone, so we'll wait. We're expecting our area is in full lockdown right now, but we're expecting that to be lifted within the next couple of weeks, so we'll see. We can't be sure, but we'll see if that's the case. We're looking at Mariska Van Bunderen. This is another extremely generous creator. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat as well. She has her memberships and everything set up, considering she is monetized. And she does the featured channels collaboration as well. As you can see down here, she's got a place for members, and then she's also got featured channels. Tuber Chat's lucky enough to be there. I talk about that all the time because when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when those creators, hopefully some of them, feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that has on both your audiences and the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. If you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel, on your front page. Just please make sure that I know about it so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Shards of Gaming is saying your playlist would take too long for anybody to watch, over 25 hours long, and soon we'll gain another 25 hours. So that's not unreasonable, Shards of Gaming. What a lot of creators do actually is chop up all of their videos. You can have pretty much as many playlists as you want on your channel. And while people are chasing the 4,000 hours, often what they'll do is they'll make a specific playlist of 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, so that when you swap with other creators, they have something that they can, keep it somewhat in the same ballpark. Some creators don't care, right? Like, so it doesn't matter to me how long your playlist is. Mine's like a ridiculous length, so I chop mine up. But then as well, I have, I'm able to run playlists for anybody of any size. And then as well, chopping up your playlists into, I say chopping up, that's not the right way to put it, but organizing your videos into many different playlists can be a great idea for your viewers, because if they find a certain type of content that they enjoy, and your channel has any kind of variety or a way that you can organize them, you can get them to binge watch, and that can really help. So after they watch your video, they'll watch another one of yours instead of YouTube suggesting somebody else's, for instance. Killer Queen DBD is willing to swap places. Simple things. Thank you for coming back in. It's good to see you here. Bobby Bob Boy, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. One of the things that you want to think about if you're fairly new to Tuber Chat, or especially if you're brand new, is that a lot of the creators who have been here before or come to Tuber Chat often will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat until they see how you interact with everybody else first, so that they can make a judgment call as to whether you might be a genuine and loyal supporter before they will connect with you. So the best success here in Tuber Chat is always found in making the first move. We believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive, and therefore if you reach out to other creators, watch their videos, give them comments, likes, views, turn their notification bell on, and subscribe, come back, let them know that you've done that, and then they will do the whole same thing for you. And then Shards of Gaming, yeah. So that can be good advice, and everybody's got to make the right decisions for their own channels, of course. One of the things to think about when we're talking about the idea of swapping playlists, I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I like to just share information so everybody can make their own decisions. But when we talk about swapping playlists, you're not necessarily obligated to watch. You're really just obligated to run it. So you could do it when you work, when you sleep, when you go out, when you eat, on another device, in another window, or anywhere else. And you're not even obligated to like and comment all the videos. The more you can do for the other creator, the better it is, obviously, for them. And, you know, I believe wholeheartedly that will come back to you in some way, shape, or form at some point. However, we're just obligated to run it because it's really just about watch time. There's two other basic benefits. One of them is when somebody's running your playlist, they're running 100% of the time of every single video, and that can pump the averages up for your whole channel. And then as well, you're trading favors with somebody, which is a great way to get a friendship to start. That's where the strong and solid foundation for our channels comes from. It's just something to think about. And then I do, you know, like I've swapped now well over 100 creators. And, you know, I watch videos as much as I can, but I run lots and lots and lots of videos, right? Comment on as many as I can and this and that. But I find myself so much more interested now in content that I would have never otherwise found if it wasn't for what we're all doing here together. you know, 99% of the channels I follow now, and I follow thousands, are under 10,000 subscribers. And I enjoy the content. I like seeing all the different things people are going to come up with. I like seeing what I describe as like a real world view of where people live and the things they do and things like that. I'm looking for more names to add to the wheel. And there you go. Calming Mind Meditations is just running random playlists for people. I've had a couple of creators reach out to me in the past, knowing, like, you know, I'm the host of Tuber Chat and this and that, and they've asked me, who needs watch hours? Who can I run playlists for? And some of the best, most loyal, I shouldn't say that, but the most loyal and dedicated supporters, like some of the best friends that I've made on YouTube, have come from the idea that I just met them in a live stream, offered to run a playlist for them out of nowhere, and they've asked, like, why are you willing to run my playlist? And I can't get my own friends and family to help me out. But that's the way sometimes YouTube goes, right? It's different for everybody. And you make friends as you go on here in YouTube. That's the hope. That's what I wish for everybody, if that's what you want. Killer Queen DBD, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'm just going to put your channel up right now while I look for some more channels to add to the wheel. But thank you again for that. Killer Queen DBD is willing to swap playlists. And by the sounds of it, is willing to help anybody out who wants to understand how that works as well. Gabriela Libario, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right for you. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Past Life Explorer, great to see you here. And Bobby Bob Boy has a new Minecraft video for everybody. Yes, Minecraft is actually amazing. We've got a few gaming channels here in the Tuber Chat community, and Minecraft seems to be a popular topic for a lot. Nocturnal Nation, yes, of course. Thank you for coming in. And Gabriel Libanio, I'm just going to ask you for a favor. If you don't mind, please read our video description. It describes how everything works. We don't do a lot of self-promotion here, so we don't typically ask people to come to our channel or show my channel and stuff like that. I have a robot that keeps track of the order in which everybody's been here and how active they are, and that's how channels are chosen to go on the screen. But if you find yourself reaching out to other creators, supporting them, you'll find them coming back and supporting you in the same way. Protect Sports, thank you for your super chat. Once again, that's another creator who's had 2 channels featured, as a matter of fact. ALOT is a channel we're very familiar with, and Protect Sports is the same host between both channels. And they've been a generous and loyal and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. So thank you again for that. We're going to look at your channel next for that reason, and I appreciate that. Emotion is in the house. We've got you on already. Luenden Gaming, good to see you here, and I'm always having a wonderful weekend, but thank you for mentioning it. Hopefully you are too. They just recently became monetized over the last couple of weeks. Protect Sports is ready to swap playlists with anybody who is interested in doing that. And then Bobby Bob Boy, yeah, one really fun thing to do during quarantine is YouTube, absolutely, for sure. Hopefully everybody's able to get a little bit more content out than they otherwise would have. And then Bobby Bob Boy, just please make sure you read that video description so you know how everything works here. Everybody will be expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. There's Happy Lux, my dear friend. Thank you for coming in. They have another live stream similar to Tuber Chat where you're able to connect in exactly the same way. They've usually got a video game going, music playing, and They're dancing around, and it's quite a party over there. Everybody seems to like it. Who goes and visits Happy Luck? He's got about 14,000 subscribers, so there's obviously much to be learned from that channel. Killer Queen DBD is getting really close to 800 subscribers, so I'm hoping everybody will rally around them and push them a little bit farther. Right now, we're looking at Protect Sports. And like I said, this is a creator who was recently featured twice with 2 different channels, ALOT and the one we're looking at here, Protect Sports. John Braddock's Devotion, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Norfolk Dashcam is our stream boss right now, but they are right down to the end of their life cycle. And then our feature channel for today is John H. Shelton. Their link is pinned to the chat, as we've seen. I am going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We're going to look at Calming Mind Meditations. Ibis Animators, thank you for welcoming everyone. I did not spell this properly on the wheel, but that's okay. Calming Mind Meditations is another channel when we talk about creators who have less than 100 subscribers on their channel. We want to give extra care to these channels because we know that the algorithm is hitting them the hardest when they do the purging and glitching. They're losing subscribers and everything else. So when I talk about watching a full video of at least 3 minutes, I hope you'll consider watching a 4, 5, or 6 minute one, or especially 2 or 3 videos. Add a second or third video into your watch later list that you can just run at any time and give the algorithm an extra kick for them. I hope you'll give a thumbs up to everybody you ever visit on YouTube, and then I hope you will also turn the notifications bells on for everybody you're connecting to. We got to do everything we can to support each other, like I said. And then thank you so much, Shards of Gaming, for letting us run. And then Khalid Delicious Food. Yes, hopefully you're meeting lots of new friends and family members. And Shards of Gaming will be editing some footage. We'll have some new content from them coming up soon, I'm sure. And that will be very, very cool. So Calming Mind Meditations has 80 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even towards 90, and get them rolling towards the 100 that they're getting very close to. And then... the name wheel bigger. I specifically have it really small, and the reason why, Ibis Animators, is because I want to put the most focus on the channel that's on the screen. So for those of you who are thinking about it, this wheel is just from a website called wheelofnames.com. It's free, anybody can use it. I saw in somebody's live stream I started using it, but you'll see as you expand your window, if you want to, the wheel gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes you see people use it like this. Yesterday we visited Unmasked Lifestyle for a giveaway, which I co-hosted with them. And we used the wheel in that big format so that everybody could see a little bit better. PC Broken FF, good to see you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We don't have any commands that people can use in the chat. But hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members if you'd like to. Just please take a quick moment to read our video description so you know how everything works here. And then everybody will be expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. Other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay here in the chat. I'm not even familiar with that command, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to look it up. And then thank you so much, Killer Queen DBD. I appreciate the kind words. And thank you, Gabriella. Thank you for that. Thank you for Khalid Delicious Food reminding everybody. Yes, absolutely. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. I'll add a couple more names to the wheel in a moment. We're going to be rating Sam's Vlogs Trains and More for a premiere in just over half an hour from now. Here's Hakimations. This is another channel that's been with Tuber Chat a long time. With 214 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well, maybe even towards 220. and get them rolling on that road towards the 300 that they're looking for. Let me see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. Shards of Gaming, we'll get the Moon Goddess Oracle up here. Reading in Retail. Did we look at Reading in Retail? I don't think we looked at your channel yet today. Mind Your Money will come up in a second as well. We're moving a little bit faster today than usual, which is great. Simplistic Motivation as well, I think, will be coming up. Okay, let's spin. I'll get some more in a moment. Mind Your Money, I said, will be coming up. I'll put that in after we get through the next one. Christian Nomad, thank you so much. Just wanted to be the stream boss. Yes, we already looked at that channel. Christian Nomad happens to be a silver member, so we see their channel every day. But thank you for that. And as a matter of fact, it worked. They are the stream boss now. That's the magic of that thing, right? So for those of you who live stream or are thinking about it, that's a part of Streamlabs OBS. And it's just a little gamified feature that you can use in your chat, but it's having exactly the effect that we're hoping, and that makes Christian Nomad our stream boss for some period of time. So thank you again for that, and thank you for your super chat. Really do appreciate that. And then Happy Jur is in the house. That's the second channel from Happy Lux. Thank you for the second thumbs up. I do appreciate that as well. Here's the Moon Goddess Oracle. So I was talking about this channel earlier because they happen to just go through and help people out, run videos, and like to help people with watch hours and stuff like that. I happen to be running a playlist for them now, and they've been running a lot of Tuber Chat stuff. So hopefully everybody will reach out to them. I believe they're willing to swap playlists, so if you want to, anybody in the house wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And I'm just having a look to make sure I'm not missing anything outside. Anybody can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat. And yeah, thank you, Ibis Animators. Yes, I do absolutely have a Valentine. Thank you for the thought, but I do, and I'm lucky that way. In our particular area in Southern Ontario, Canada, we are in full lockdown, so we're just delaying. We'll celebrate Valentine's afterwards. So let's spin. I'm going to start moving a little bit quicker because we've only got a half an hour now, and we will be rating Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More for a premiere when we're done. Shards of Gaming is coming up. Now, we know that they said that they might still be having us running, but they may not be right in the chat right now. But hopefully everybody will rally around this channel with 125 subscribers, and we will push them a little bit farther. I'd love to see them get to 130 or so, a little closer on their road to 200. And then I'm sure they'll get back to everybody. The Moon Goddess Oracle, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. That's the channel that we've just looked at, so thank you for that. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. If anybody mentioned a question or a comment that you meant specifically for me to see, then just please mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. I tend to fall behind, and I'll try to catch it the next time around. And Christian Nomad, I know what you mean. Just had to become the stream boss, but that's cool. Very, very cool. I'm glad that everybody enjoys that. You know, Tuber Chat is a work in progress. I'm sure I'll continue to make lots of changes, and we'll see what is the most fun for everyone. while we do what we do for about 2 to 2.5 hours every day. Shunda's Corner, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More is talking about always adding a few videos to a watch later list to help people out, which is a great idea. So let's think about spinning, and we'll move a little bit quicker now. We're going to look at my dear friend Happy Lux. This is a channel that TuberChat is a member of. As a matter of fact, Happy Lux is a dear friend. We've known each other well over a year now. And Happy Lux was responsible for me gaining hundreds of friends and family members, both for my personal channel and for TuberChat in the very beginning. Has continued to be supportive, and we share information all the time. They're a member of TuberChat. We are also a member of theirs. And with 14,000 subscribers, you can bet that there's a lot to be learned from this creator, as well as inspired by and entertained by. They also have a second channel, which we'll have a quick look for. And then the HP Bar Ibis Animators. That's what we're talking about with the Stream Boss. So it's like a gamified object within the live stream. I'm just getting MSK Family Vlogs onto the wheel here. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, by the way. So the Stream Boss is that little game-looking life meter that's right under my screen, my camera. And what happens is every time somebody either gets a membership or a super chat, it knocks life off of the Stream Boss. And then eventually the last person to knock the life right out of the Stream Boss becomes the next Stream Boss. So what happened recently was Norfolk Dashcam was the Stream Boss starting from today. We've had a few super chats and things like that, which of course I appreciate greatly. It's not absolutely not necessary, but very much appreciated. And then through that, Christian Nomad put the very last one in to knock the life out of Norfolk Dashcam and become the Stream Boss. So it's just a fun little game thing, but it gives a little bit of exposure to another creator for a little while. And then Shunda's Corner. Shunda's Corner is not new, but that's okay. As a matter of fact, what I will say, thank you for the opportunity. I'll just mention, hopefully everybody has a chance to read our updated video description. I update it regularly, so it's got the chat rules and the procedures for how everything works, how we can connect the right way so that YouTube doesn't take the subscriptions after, as well as how exactly this wheel works. How do I pick the names for the wheel and stuff like that? It's all spelled out there in the video description, especially if anybody's brand new or if you haven't looked at that in a couple of weeks. I hope that everybody will look at it at least once a week, because just in case I update with some more information that we find is going to help our connections and things like that, that's the most important reason. And there's lots of links and stuff. There's lots of other information in our description. Hopefully everybody can take a little bit of inspiration as well. I try to fill our description right out to the almost 5,000 characters that you're allowed. So you might be able to take ideas from what you see that I've done with our descriptions for your own. And I always appreciate ideas from everybody as well. I wish to improve, and I strive to get better, as everybody does. Here's MSK Family Vlogs with 1,030 or so subscribers. They've got their 1,000 very well locked in, but I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Oh, and then, oh, thank you, the Inspired Empowered Mama. She's talking about the featured channels collaboration that we look at on many channels' front pages. I'll show you when we've got one to look at, but I've made a note, so I'll make sure that I return that favor for you. If anybody has featured TuberChat on their featured channels list of any kind on your front page, just please make sure I know so that I can return the favor. This is MSK Family Vlogs, a dynamic family of creators who have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters to TuberChat for a long, long time, previously featured, of course. Oh, and then the Moon Goddess Oracle. Thank you for that. Yeah, I happen to... one of the things... so what I do is I actually have a list, right? You see Stream Elements will drop the link once in a while here in the chat. But in our description, I also have the link to our equipment list, right? Which is not extensive. It just talks about the computer I use, the monitor, the mic, the green screen that you see that I've got here that I move around all the time, portable and this and that, just in case you want to know what we're using and to give you ideas of things that I am happy with or that I like. I'm lucky enough that I like everything that I have. I don't have anything that I need to exchange or, you know, I'm upset about right now and stuff like that, but maybe you can draw inspiration from that as well. And then Gabriella Libanio, we met long time, very good. Hopefully I'm connected to you as well. Oh, is Corinne's Life in here? I see somebody reaching out to Corinne's Life, but I didn't see her here yet. I don't think so. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. That's okay. Unless you're saying you came from Corinne's Life. Maybe that's what you mean. Reading in Retail is another creator that came into the Tuber Chat community displaying generosity and impact right away. This actually gives me an opportunity to talk about the featured channels collaboration that I was talking about. You can see that Reading in Retail has a lot of familiar faces here. Aloha's Vlog, Makeup Mom and Son, Makeup with Jessica Vargas, Proud Mixed Child, and One Busy Mama are all creators who have come through the Tuber Chat community. So when you feature channels on your front page this way, you are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. That's where the solid and strong foundation for our channels comes from. If you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. No, Mariska Van Bunderen, I was mistaken. I was wrong. We're going to look at Baskets Resale now. This is another creator that's got a couple of channels. So their channel Baskets actually has thousands of subscribers. But Baskets Resale is what they're working on now here with us in Tuber Chat. They happen to be a member. With 394 subscribers, they're getting very, very close for the on their road to 400. I'm hoping we can push them. We might even be able to get them all the way there right now. If anybody hasn't already connected to Baskets Resale, they've been connected to us for a long, long time, previously featured, of course. And then Emotion is reaching out to everybody in the chat, letting everybody know that they are willing to collaborate on that featured channels feature that I talk about all the time. So if you're looking for people to collaborate with, Emotion is one that's willing to do that. And Shunda's Corner is going to do the featured channels collaboration as well. And like I said, thank you for that, first of all. If anybody has featured Tuber Chat on their front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. How do you get on the list, Shunda's Corner? So I have a robot here called Bottissimo, and you see it leaving messages through the chat as well. And what happens is it keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. So it's not just about how long you're here. It's a combination of the time that you spend and how much you interact with everybody else. Because the best thing for me is if you're actually growing your channel, right? That way when you become successful and people ask you how you did it, you'll be able to say, well, you know, Tuber Chat's a good resource, you need to follow them, and then I'll continue to grow as well. The whole system actually works as long as everybody actually grows their channel. But the list keeps track of that. So every time I need names for the wheel, like I do now, then I will look over to my list. I'll grab names based on how, like I said, long people have been here and active they've been. And we add those names to the wheel. The wheel's random, of course, when I spin it. But when your name comes up, if you're still here at that time, we put your channel up on the screen and talk about it for a moment if that's what you would like. So I will look for a couple names in a moment, but we've only got less than 20 minutes to go now, not much more than 15 minutes. We're going to raid a premiere for Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. And then Khalid Delicious Food, are you talking about the featured channels list that goes on the front page? I may not have time to go through that today. which is very unfortunate. I do it all the time. I'll try to race my way through and see if we can get a moment to do it. But we're talking about this here. Sergeant Life is doing it. They're on our feature channels list. Basically what happens, I'm just going to show you for a quick second where you can find it. And forgive me for leaving you to fight your way through it for today. If you want, if you can be here tomorrow or the next time that you're here on a Tuber Chat live stream, I'll make sure to go through the tutorial on how to do it. But you just click this customized channel here, or it's in your YouTube studio on the left hand side called customization, and you'll find it in there, and it's called featured channels. This is Sergeant Life. This is another creator that's been with Tuber Chat for many months. They've been previously featured, of course. And then thank you, Shunda's Corner, for doing that. I will make sure to return the favor. Just making a note for myself. Pardon me, wow. Sergeant Life, like I said, is previously featured. They got 141 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 150 or so, and get them moving. They will be halfway on their road to 200. So forgive me, I'm going to start moving through channels much faster. And then Ivis Animators, positive vibes always, yes please. Simplistic Motivation is coming up right now. This is a channel that's been on the wheel for quite a while. No, that's okay, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I'm happy to raid. That's what I wanted. Part of what I wanted Tuber Chat for is to make things easier on everybody, right? So if you're doing a premiere, it's great that we can raid. And you'll have a few people to get it started. This is Simplistic Motivation with 2,390 or so subscribers to gain. Very close to 2,400. I'm hoping that we can push them a little bit farther as well. Norfolk Dashcam, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. If he's still in the chat, you can thank Christian Nomad for knocking you out as the stream boss today. You spent most of today's live stream as a stream boss until about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Simplistic Motivation has been back with Tuber Chat again, so hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They say they upload 5 to 6 times a week, which is great stuff. Hopefully they'll keep up that consistency. And then thank you, Khalid Delicious Food, for the positivity in the chat. And then hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay, meeting new friends and family members for their channels. By the look of it, I might actually have time to do that tutorial. Maybe I can get through it actually very quickly. Oh, Emotion. Did we not? I thought I put your channel on the... Forgive me, I thought I put your channel on the wheel. Maybe I accidentally deleted it or something like that, but we've got you on there now. We're looking at Sergeant Life right now, Shunda's Corner. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up. So I'm going to knock our time down to like a minute per channel now. We'll go as fast as we can within reason. Oh, never late, Norfolk Dashcam. As we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you can spend here in Tuber Chat. Behind the scenes, Carolina's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. This is Mind Your Money. With 447 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'll get them to around 450 if we can, halfway on the road to the 500. That's going to be around the corner for them. Well, I didn't mean to spin already, but that's okay. We'll just get the next channel ready. We'll give Mind Your Money another moment. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. Even I have to be reminded sometimes when I'm on a phone. You have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place, and it only takes a second. It really does help, so I'll appreciate it greatly. And then the next channel that we're going to look at, because I accidentally spun too early, is going to be Norfolk Dashcam. So we'll have a look at this channel now. Here they are with 574 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther also. We'll get them maybe even to 580 or so, a little bit closer to 600. Yeah, Khalid, delicious food, more extension to the time. Yeah, I wish, and I'm sorry today. So I don't always pre-schedule a raid, but sometimes I do. So sometimes Tuber Chat lasts a little bit longer, like sometimes 2.5 hours. Occasionally we've hit 3 or 4 hours. But for on the days that I pre-schedule raids, which I'm happy to do, then you know, we try to cut around 2 hours. So we've got a raid that we're going to do in about 10 minutes. Norfolk Dashcam, my pleasure having your channel up. Stiff Breast Dent is back in the house. Very cool. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. So we're going to look at Emotion, New, Soul, R, and B. This is how I find this channel the easiest. When we have channels with really popular names or really popular words in their names, it can be a struggle for them to get up to the top of the search results. So when you reach, when you search, find, and click on a creator's name, that can really be doing a world of good for them. Beauty and Beast Journey is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Ives Animators has time. Very, very cool. Nay TV, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Emotion has 223 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe even towards 225 or maybe even 230 for today, a little farther on their road to 300. One of the things you can do to support Tuber Chat is to support our silver and gold members. Emotion happens to be a silver member, and we see them every single day in different ways here in Tuber Chat. Because they support the channel financially, then it really does help if everybody supports them. And then thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. We'll be rating your premiere in a few minutes. And let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. We're going to look at Ives Animators right now. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. Like I said, when we see creators who have less than 100 subscribers, we know that YouTube is really hammering them the hardest when it comes to the purging and the glitching and taking subscribers away. We find that for channels under 100, they seem to lose almost as much as they gain. So we want to do everything we can to support them while we're connecting. And there's lots of different things you can do. So when I talk about watching a 3-minute video, I hope you'll watch a 4 or 5-minute one. In the case of Ives Animators, most of their videos are too short. They only have one here over 3 minutes. This is the one we want to be connecting on, but it's an idea to take a couple of extras and add those into your watch later list. It's only going to take another 4 minutes to watch 2 more videos from them, and it will really help. Maybe give them extra comments, make sure you've got their bell on, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to them, and do everything that we can to try to keep that connection sticking, as well as maybe leave a comment on their discussion tab as well. And free unbiased news, no, absolutely don't give up. We see different creators getting monetized every single week, so even though it's become a struggle with the algorithm, even Tuber Chat's only getting about 25 to maybe 30% of the subscribers we used to get in the summer. We're still growing. Everybody is. And so what happens is we will be able to see channels monetized. Like I said, I'm in a different monetization celebration pretty much every single week, and which means everybody's still growing. One of the things I should mention, I haven't been mentioning it enough, my dear friend Vern's Junk Closet is going to do something on Tuesday. Tuber Chat won't be live streaming that day, but she's looking for a couple of creators under 1,000 subscribers that she can focus on and try to get you a few extra subscribers on her channel. So for those of you who don't already follow Vern's Junk Closet, I hope that you will. She's my special guest from episode 100, which you can go back and see that video. It's 2 hours of tips and tricks for your channel, where we discussed in a different type of live stream format than we usually do here. Shunda's Corner has done the featured channels collaboration, like I keep talking about. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look at Beauty and Beast Journey next, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the featured channels collaboration now. So Shunda's Corner has got Tuber Chat there with a few other channels on their featured channels list. So you can just go to your own channel, click on Customize, or it's in your YouTube studio on the left-hand side on the Customization tab. Let me clear my RAM and see if we can get a bit of speed happening here. When you look at this page, yours may not already be set out the way mine is. And mine's just taking a little bit of time, but it'll pop up here for us in a quick second. I'm just struggling because I recycled the RAM while we were doing this. So on this page, you see you can set up all kinds of different sections here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You have a trailer for people who haven't subscribed to you yet. You have a featured video, which I put our episode number 100 that I keep talking about. And here's all the other sections you can have on your front page. If you haven't already got one, you can click this Add Section button, and you'll see right at the bottom here, Featured Channels. Once you've added that, you can go in here, like we've got 3 different ones on our front page, Edit Section Contents, and then all you have to do is search for the channel that you're looking for. If you happen to catch the wrong one, you can drop their URL in. And when I type in Shunda's Corner, there it is right there. We add this channel by clicking the box, and it automatically adds them to the bottom of the list. But I'm going to drag them all the way to the top, as I do with all the new channels that I add. Hopefully this is not going to take forever. There it goes. Now it's moving. You don't have to do this. I just happen to do it. And then I click Done. You must click this Publish button. And then those changes will show up on your front page hopefully soon. And we will look at Beauty and Beast Journey next. Tiffany Wears T-shirts, good to see you in the house. Lauren Perkins, good to see you here. We're going to look at Beauty and Beast Journey. Now, sometimes it takes a while for those changes to take effect, usually a few minutes or an hour, but eventually that will show up. Shunda's Corner will be there for us. We're going to look at Lauren Perkins in a second. I'm just going to get you on the wheel. She recently became a member. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. I don't mean to miss anything in the chat. As long as you're still active, of course, I'll get around to everybody. We're getting really close to the end of the time that we have here. We're going to do a raid shortly. As a matter of fact, let me get that link together now for everybody. Oh, Life Through Our Eyes 303. There's a link for the raid that we're going to do right now. Or in a few minutes for Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Life Through Our Eyes 303. Thank you for your membership again. This is another longtime supporter of Tuber Chat. Hopefully everybody will rally around them as well. With over 1,300 subscribers, hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. And this is Carla. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way we do here in Tuber Chat as well. And then Silas Mukbang, thank you for coming in. Hopefully everybody will hit that link and then mention Tuber Chat Raid when you get there. And that is Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, who is doing a premiere right now. And I'm just double checking that they've got their stuff ready. It seems that they do. And then other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Let's spin. We'll get to our last couple of channels, and Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More will have their premiere start shortly. These are the last two channels we're going to look at for today, but hopefully everybody will join us again, maybe even tomorrow. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. This is Scratch and Pete PA, who has been a longtime moderator for us here on Tuber Chat, one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, as most of you already know. They have a weekly series that comes out every Tuesday. Sometimes they release, sometimes they premiere, but you'll want to be connected to them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so that you can vote on the vote on the content of the next video in the series. With 287 subscribers, we're hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that we know is on their mind. And I hope everybody will rally around Scratch and Pete and connect to them. They are a moderator on many, many, many channels now, and a very much well loved and respected member of the small YouTuber community at large, even outside of Tuber Chat now. This is Lauren Perkins, who happens also to be a member. Thank you for coming back in today. With 172 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther as well, maybe even towards 180, and get them a bit closer to the 200 that they are looking for. This chat will continue for another few minutes, but I'm hoping everybody will go over and join us for the Tuber Chat raid at Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. He is doing a premiere that will be starting pretty much right away. And again, forgive my quick exit for today, but hopefully everybody will join us again. Twisted V Twin Garage, thanks for coming in. You just caught us right at the end. But I will see you over there with Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. And then later with Huntophobia for a live stream right after the premiere is done as well, and we'll go over and do a double raid there. So thank you everybody for the time that you've spent, and forgive my quick exit, but hopefully we'll see you again soon.